Good morning, boys and girls. Today is Monday, September 28th, and we are focusing on the patterns of 10 in the place value chart. And hopefully you'll see all about the number 10 when we're talking about our place value charts. You saw our to-do list for today. If you need to access that, make sure you go back to Schoology. Remember, as we're watching a video, you can always pause or go back if you need a little help. So as we get started today, I want you to all say good morning to the place value chart. And when we start, what I want you to notice is that to go from the ones place to the tens place, we are getting 10 times bigger. So it's multiplying by 10. To go from the tens place to the hundreds place, guess what? We're getting 10 times bigger. To get from the hundreds to the thousands, you guessed it, we're doing 10 times bigger. It's getting bigger by 10 times, okay? That doesn't mean by 10. It's not like we're adding 10. It means we're multiplying by 10. So for example, 10 times 10 equals 100. So to go from the tens place to the hundreds place, you multiply by 10. And it continues on in our place value chart. So for example, to go from the thousands place to the 10,000s place, you're multiplying by 10. Each place value, as it gets bigger, it multiplies by 10. Now, if we were going the opposite way and we were going to the right, that would mean it was getting smaller. So it's not multiplying by 10 to get to the millions, to the 100,000s, but it would be dividing by 10. It would be 10 times less. And from the 100,000s to the 10,000s, we would divide by 10 and so forth. So today we're going to talk about those patterns and look closely at them. What I want you to do is I want you to simply just look. Mrs. Andrews is going to model this for you. I'm multiplying 10 times 7. So first, in my ones place, I have my ones, my tens, my hundreds, and then I have my thousands place. I have 7 ones. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to put that in my ones place, and then it says I'm multiplying by 10. If I'm multiplying by 10, it means I'm getting bigger by 1 place value, meaning it's getting bigger going to the left, and I'm multiplying by 10. So those 7 ones now become 7 tens. 7 tens. 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70. So truly, I have 70. 10 times 7 ones is 70. And my strategy was using my place value chart to show the patterns of 10. Let's go ahead and have you try. So on your whiteboard, first make a place value chart. You don't need to go all the way up to the thousands or to the millions. I would say to just go to the thousands. And I want you to show me, don't just write the answer. I want you to show me, like I did, how you multiply 10 times 4 ones. Go ahead and pause your video and then show me your work. Hopefully your video is paused. You got a total product of 40. You had 4 ones, you multiplied it by 10, which means it moves 1 place value to the left, and then you had 4 tens, 10, 20, 30, 40. Awesome. Let's keep it moving. So one of the reasons I love our place value system is it's all about the number 10. When we regroup, it's all about the number 10. When we have to borrow, we borrow in tens, right? So now we're looking at our new equation is 5 tens. 5 tens. So what I like to do here is I first like to see what does 5 tens look like. So 10, 20, 30, 40, 50. So I'm kind of rewriting my equation, and I have 50 times 10 is truly my new equation. So what I like to do is I have my place value chart, and I want to use that. I have my ones place, my tens place, my hundredths place, and last I have my thousands place that I'll sneak in there. We have 50. Well, 50 can't fit in the ones place, so I have 5 tens, really, right? 5 tens, and we're multiplying it by 10, which means it's getting bigger by 1 place value. So those 5 tens move to the hundredths place. So now 10 times 50 is really 500. 100, 200, 300, 400, 500. So it's really 500. Okay, so we're talking about our patterns of 10. I want you to go ahead, first start by just labeling your place value chart on your whiteboard. Hold it up when you have your answer so we can see as you're solving. And solve this one, 8 tens times 10, or 10 times 8 tens. Go for it. Pause your video. So if you did this correctly, you had 8 in the tens place. It got 10 times bigger, meaning it moved 1 place value. And then you had 8, oh my, in the hundredths place. 8 hundredths is equivalent to 800. I would love to see on your whiteboard that you said something like you translated or converted this 8 tens to 80, so we can see that 10 times 80 equals 800. And we showed that place value. Let's keep it moving. We're on a roll. At any point throughout this, if you have any questions, please feel free to email me, ask your homeroom teacher, or you can raise your hand. All right, so my next one is 7 hundredths times 10, or 10 times 700. So I'm going to go to the hundredths place. Don't forget to fill in your place value chart. Ones, tens, hundreds. Next is my thousands. Love using the mouse. And I have 7 hundredths. So let's rewrite that. 7 hundredths. And we're multiplying that by 10. Because we're multiplying it by 10, we're moving 1 place value to the left. Multiplying, we know it gets bigger. Times 10, and we should have 7 in the thousands place. 1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 4,000, 5,000, 6,000, 7,000. So my answer is 7,000. Love it, right? Patterns of 10, so cool. Let's go ahead and try yours. Write it on your whiteboard, pause your video, and then we'll look at your answers. What you should have for your answer is 4,000 if you did it correctly. You had 4 in the hundredths place and you multiplied by 10. All right, so let's move on to, I want to read this to you and I want you to write an equation. These are equations, a number sentence, based off what you hear, what we're trying to solve. So Katrina saved $200 to purchase her tablet. Her father spent 10 times as much money to buy his new computer. How much did her father's computer cost? So I see a lot of roadblocks. I'm gonna underline my question. How much did her father's computer cost? So it just wants us to write the equation on our board. So I know she had $200 is how much Katrina spent. And her dad spent 10 times more. So I'm multiplying by 10. And total, we're trying to figure out, I'm going to put a C for my variable for that letter. I'm trying to find the answer of how much is his computer, or how much does that computer cost. So my equation is 200 times 10. What I'd like you to do, if you want to go ahead and draw your place value chart, you have 2 in the hundredths place, you're multiplying it by 10. How much did Katrina's dad, how much did he spend on his computer? 200 times 10. Hopefully, when you solved this, you saw that Katrina's dad spent $2,000 on his computer. Notice that I answered a complete sentence. I have a label in front of my answer, and 200 times 10 was 2,000. So we use that by the power, or the patterns of 10, okay? All right, what we're gonna do now is we're gonna simply look at the different patterns, and I hope you notice something about it. We have 10 times 1. I'm gonna show you a little cheat. So I taught you how to do this using the place value chart. So first we have 1 in the ones place, and then we multiplied it by 10. Now we have 1 in the tens place, right? Next, we have 1 in the tens place, and we're multiplying it by 10 times as much. So then I have 1 in the hundreds place. Wow, what my teacher taught me when I was in the 4th grade is that you could do 1 times 1, which we know is 1, and then we have 1, 2, 3 zeros. Because I have 3 zeros in my answer, I will add my 3 zeros. So let's see, if I have 1 in the hundreds place and I multiply it by 10, yeah, I would definitely have 1 in the thousands place. So I agree with my pattern. So let's try this next one. We have 1 times 1, which 1 times 1 is 1. I have 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. So let's add them. 1, 2, 3, 4 zeros. Cha, cha, cha. Slide. Sorry. And it would be 10,000. Kind of gives us the pattern down here. Let's try 10,000 times 10. So I have 1 times 1, which we know is 1. How many zeros? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Cha, cha, cha. Slide. Cha, cha, cha. I don't need one there. And I have 100,000. Hopefully you noticed that it was getting bigger, and really 1 0 was added to each because it's getting bigger by 1 place value. So as we get bigger, each place value, we added a 0. Cool, right? All right, I have a few more for you, and then there's an exit ticket. So let's look here. It says 4 times as much as 3. So first we have to create an equation, and then we can solve. So if I have 4 times something, 4 times as much as 3 equals what? So this one's not a pattern of 10, it's just multiplying. 4 times, and you should have got an answer of 12. Let's go ahead and try the next one. Ooh, this is a pattern of 10. Let's see. 9 times as much, I can't read, 10 times as much as 9. So that means my equation is 10 times 9. Again, we could do the strategy we did earlier where we make our place value chart. You could do my 1 times 9 equals 9 and add my 0. It's up to you. So 10 times 9 is 90. All right, guys, today we focused on the different patterns of 10 in the place value system. Hopefully you realize that it's getting bigger by 10 times as much. What I need you to do is I need you to go to Schoology. There's these 3 problems. I want you to solve them on your whiteboard first. Go through, show your work, make your place value chart if you'd like to. It's in today's folder for Monday, September 28th. And it's called Math Exit Ticket 928. Only 3 problems. Good luck. Have fun. And I will see you later.